So once you've finished creating that specific template, your next step is to actually go to the spreadsheet responses, and then you're going to add a script in there called autocrat. So within a spreadsheet here, again, this is the content from the actual form that I've filled out. Here's the spreadsheet that's associated with it. And then now I'm going to add a script called autocrat, which allows me to merge content into that template and directly email those responses back to my teacher in real time. Then I'm going to click the add-ons button and go to where it says get add-ons, and I'm going to search for the script called autocrat. And then I want to click where it says free next to the autocrat. That's going to install that script into my specific spreadsheet I have behind me. Click on free. And then I'm going to get a screen that looks just like this. And I click accept. And then now autocrat script is going to be installed underneath my add-ons. Now once I've installed it, now we're going to go ahead and start to run the autocrat script. And it automatically ran it. And then all I'm going to do is click on new merge job. Over here on the right hand side, I click new merge job. And now it's going to go ahead and walk me through the process. And the first piece of it is I have to point this specific spreadsheet to my template that I'm going to use to merge my data. So I very simply click where it says choose template from drive. And I've already created that, so then I'm going to go ahead and open up the specific template here, which is called copy of, and I'll search for that. And then I'll go ahead and select that once it populates. And you can see here, here's my copy of GLW walkthrough template, which I have named accordingly. I can go ahead and click on that and click select. Now it's going to search for those fields within my specific template, which means they all have to have some kind of a caret around them. And I could really have named them anything I wanted to, but I have kind of associated them with a specific question. So now I can go back to my merge job, and it asks me to give it a name. I'm just going to call it GLW, because that's the name of the school, merge job, and hit set. And now it's going to ask me to match up my fields on my spreadsheet here with the specific fields on my template. So I'm going to want to match teacher email address with teacher name email address, timestamp, school. They've kind of lined them up pretty nicely. Grade level. I'm going to go down to where it says grade level contents, username. This is going to be the username of the person who submits the form, the observer. And then essential learning targets for the lesson 1, essential learning targets 2, and then essential learning target with students, techniques, and then I'm going to go down the line here, academic engage time 1, academic engage time 2, because there was 2 areas that I could mark for each one of them, and this is academic engage time student learning, checking for understanding, and then additional comments. Now I have directly lined up my spreadsheet header or content information with my template, and then I click save. And now the next part here is asking me, what do you want to do here? I want to give a name to my specific file. And what we have found to be really helpful is to put the name of the teacher in the file name. So we're going to go ahead and hit teacher email address. I'm going to copy that because it needs to be exactly like it is written in here with a $sign. And I can copy that. This is going to be the name of the file once you've created it. And then I'll put a dash here and I can put GLW walkthrough form. And then I can also add very nicely in there to be very clean and nice with that is to actually put a timestamp in there also. Copy that, paste that in there, and now I'll have every document that's created and shared with that teacher will have their email address, GLW walkthrough form, and the time that I actually submitted that specific form for that teacher. And now I can choose whether I want a Google Doc or a PDF, and we'll just go ahead and leave that there. And then I'm going to choose whether I want to email or share the merged documents, and this is important. And if I check that, now I need to tell it who's going to get that email. And I want to choose teacher name email address. So whatever one I choose now when I submit it, it's going to put that specifically in there and send it directly to that teacher. And as far as the subject goes, I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And I'm going to make the subject of the email GLW walkthrough form and the timestamp. And then I can go ahead and type a message quickly in there. Please review the walkthrough. Let me know if you have any questions. And you can author this how you want. Thank you, observer, or whatever you want to call it. And then once you're done authoring that, you can now include the merged document as a view-only document, an editable document, PDF file, whatever you want to choose. It's entirely up to you. What we have found to be most successful is just to make it an editable document, and then actually the teacher can go ahead and add comments to it to ask questions of maybe something they were concerned about within the observation. So if we hit editable document, now once you've filled out this portion of the script, your next step is to click where it says advanced settings. Go ahead and open that up. And that first thing I always do is I click Run Autocrat when new forms are submitted. And obviously this is going to then set off a script every time you submit a teacher form, and they're going to get a reply right away. So make sure you check that. And then if you want your Google Docs to go in a specific folder for you to then access at a later date, quickly, you can very simply add a folder destination from your Google Drive. So if I click on Add Folder, and then I know specifically where I want to put it, it's in the Walkthrough Forms folder, and I want to put it in the Responses folder there so that they all show up there after I've submitted them. You don't have to do that, but it gives you a nice way to organize all that content when it comes back. And then all I need to do is click Save. So now you can go back to your form and fill that out. And if I click on the drop down here and go through this quickly, I can choose the teacher I want to send the response to. Let's say it's a third grade teacher. I am the instructional coach. Test. I can go all the way down through here very nicely. Fill this out specifically for that teacher. Once I click Submit, you will see this form fill in automatically. It'll start to pull that data in, and then it's going to create a document directly from there and email that directly to that specific teacher. If you look at the email that it sends, it looks like this. You can see here it's just as we authored it. Please review the walkthrough form. Let me know you have any questions. Thank you. It put the document, it gave the name that we designated within there, and now if they click on that email, they have edit rights to that specific document that you have now created in real time and share directly with them.